Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot reading for the week ahead, whenever you are finding it. If you're watching along as I post, this will be for the week of May 27th to June 2nd, 2024. So let's dive into it. We're going to select 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the Guiding Light Tarot. I forgot the name of it for a second. And yeah, let's see what comes out for you. Taurus. I hope you guys had wonderful birthdays. If it was your birthday, I'm just dropping cards left and right, trying to get my life together here. Okay, 2 cards came out for you. We have the 10 of Wands upright, and then we have the 5 of Swords upright. So Taurus, it feels like there's just generally a lot going on for you right now in your life, a lot of responsibility, a lot of change, things that need to be taken care of. I'm getting a sort of overwhelming feeling of, am I gonna be enough? Or is this gonna be enough? Like, can we make it? So, for example, something I'm seeing, some of you might be making some sort of purchase, doing some sort of renovation that is really kind of like pushing it. Like, it may be just something that you can afford, but if anything else were to go wrong, you won't be able to afford it, you know? It's something like that where you're really pushing your luck when it comes to something, or like even if it's a schedule, like let's just say you take on a new job and it's cutting it really, really close, like in terms of how much time you have to finish the other things you got to do, work this job, get enough sleep, everything. Like you're really pushing yourself to your limits is what I'm seeing here, your outer limits. And so I would just recommend maybe taking a step back from a few things if you can. And in fact, with 5 of Swords, I think that because you're taking on more and you're really pushing yourself, you're going to have a lot less of a tolerance for dumb people, to be honest. A lot less of a tolerance for people who are like just mean, playing games, being argumentative. It's like, I don't have time for this, okay? I'm at the end of my rope here. And so one thing I would recommend to you is to try to avoid snapping out on anyone if you can. Like, it's going to be hard. It might be difficult because some people may really test your patience, may really just test the boundaries, your boundaries. And so, yeah, I feel like you're not having it this week. You're taking nothing from anyone, like taking no one's BS. Which is pretty cool, but you also don't want to be the oppressor in the situation either, where you're taking out your stresses and your frustrations on other people. So I just want to remind you to make sure you have healthy coping mechanisms. I mean, I could see how the more lower evolved Taurus people, Taurus folks this week might be a little bit more of the oppressor, the bully, and snap out on people. But the more highly evolved Taurus folk, this week is all about containing your own anger, stress, frustrations, etc., and just taking really good care of yourself, advocating for yourself, and making sure that you're not being pushed or stretched beyond your limits. Okay, so I think this is a great opportunity to do that. Speaking of, we have the Emperor, which shows me that a lot of you guys watching are this more highly evolved Taurus person. And the Emperor is someone who is really great at pushing himself to his limits without pushing too far. You know, extending the empire to where it makes sense and creating a vast, booming, amazing empire for himself without going too far and causing war, chaos, trauma, drama, turbulence, and all of that, okay? And I feel like that's sort of encapsulating your energy this week, where you're being productive, you're pushing yourself just enough so that you feel really satisfied with what you're getting done. And, you know, sure, you're taking a bit of a risk, a bit of a gamble, but it's a healthy risk, healthy gamble. And, you know, any growth that we experience in life happens outside of our comfort zone. So to me, that's what it is. It's like you're going outside of your comfort zone. You're very comfortable in going outside of your comfort zone. I know that's an oxymoron, but you know that sometimes when you go way too far beyond what you are capable of, it could crash and burn, and you're not doing that. You're being responsible. So that's really cool. I'm seeing you push yourself, but not too far to the point where it leads to like injury. All right. You're definitely getting things done. Highly productive week ahead. Extremely productive week ahead. And that's another thing about the Emperor, though, too. He doesn't have time to sit here and listen to lower level people complain all the time. Like, and I feel like you're in your emperor energy. You're just not tolerating anyone who's trying to use you as a emotional punching bag or walk all over you. You're not having it. Boundaries are looking really good for you this week. Okay. We have the Wheel of Fortune that just popped out and fell right on the ground, and it's coming out in reverse here. And this does show some unexpected changes from the universe. So some things may be closing out, happening unexpectedly for you. That's coming out right underneath the Ten of Wands. Also, I don't know why I'm seeing quitting. Some people may be quitting the workplace or random changes in management. So surprising to you also. This if you work a job like that. Like if you work just yourself, you're like a freelancer, I guess this wouldn't apply to you. But yeah, unexpected. I don't want to use the word negative, but it's like whoever's quitting or moving or whatever's changing here, it's someone who you really like and appreciate and makes your time a lot more fun, a lot more, just great. So it might be unexpected news to hear them growing, moving on in their own direction. You're happy for them, but at the same time, you're going to miss them. So I am seeing that sort of energy. Let's see. We have the Star in reverse. See, another thing that I'm seeing with the Wheel of Fortune reverse, Star in reverse, is I keep coming back to this idea of doing something that might be pushing it too far. Like you get a car that's just a little bit too expensive than what you could technically afford, or you're doing a home renovation project and you're spending a wee bit more than you necessarily have on it. So I would say be careful of extravagance and overspending here. Taurus needs to watch out for that in general. Y'all rule over money, but you also rule over the finer luxury things in life. You all have good taste, and you don't want to sacrifice that taste for something lower quality that isn't going to last as long, isn't as pleasing to you. It's like if you spend money, you want to spend it on something that you really enjoy and that is really going to serve you many, many years. Something that you won't have to replace every year. You want some good quality stuff, and your personality is one who understands the investment of good quality stuff, but there is a chance of taking it too far here. And then your final card out is the Knight of Wands in reverse, which shows that spontaneity and that drive to really, really push yourself. With the Star in reverse, you have like a vision of what you want your life to look like, your dreams, your ambitions, and you're working so hard on manifesting that at this time. And I think in your head, you're like, you know what, I can start upgrading some things as well. Like I know and I trust in my goal and my dreams. They're gonna come. The money is gonna come. The freedom's gonna come. The time's gonna come eventually. So I might as well get started on some of the things that bring me joy, such as buying a luxury nice car or upgrading my home, my wardrobe, whatever. Yeah. Yeah. It's looking interesting. This is a very unique type of week here. I keep wanting to say watch your spending, watch your spending, watch your spending. Some of you are just really into like online shopping right now, or window shopping, and you have like a vision board of things that you want to accomplish, and you're wanting to accomplish them all right now. And you have to understand, we still have a whole nother half of the year plus some, okay, to look forward to here to accomplish your vision board. And you've already accomplished quite a bit on that vision board, on that list of things that you want to do. And there's really no rush here. And I think the message is to conserve some money, some energy, some time up for yourself. And once you have a little bit of fluff there, then by all means, make these life upgrades. It's like if you're making these life upgrades by spending every dime that you have, though, then I don't know. I would argue it might be pushing it a little bit too far, So I would be very careful of impulsive spending like that. And yeah, I mean, it feels like a very hardworking, productive week. One thing that you could do to harmonize this need within you to upgrade versus this need within you to save and get yourself into a nice, stable foundation, you could find the little luxuries in life that aren't going to cost you all of your time, all of your money, etc. Okay, so for example, like let's just say you want to elevate your living a bit. And so the idea you have in your mind is I'm gonna totally replace my entire kitchen, get new cabinets, new counters, new floor, everything. But you would have to spend everything you have saved in order to do that right now. Maybe you could do little upgrades for the time being to hold you over, like painting the walls. Maybe you can repaint or renovate the cabinets. You don't have to go all the way out there. Like, maybe you could get a nice organization system. And that's you'll still get the feeling of upgrading, living more in luxury, but you're not going broke in time, money, and everything in order to achieve it. I think one thing you're being asked to watch out for this week is going so overboard with something. And I feel like the same message could apply to your hobbies too. Like you get a new hobby, you get into a new art or craft or something, and you just spend all your money on like the best supplies possible, the best things possible, but you don't actually use it that much or do it that much. So it's like, why are you buying the most luxury things for this hobby, but you don't actually do it that often? Maybe your skill set is not necessarily needing the best quality so far. Like, for example, if you're learning the guitar, you don't need like the world's most expensive, beautiful guitar to learn on. You can learn on a crappy guitar, and then once you sound good on that crappy guitar, maybe then upgrade to a nicer sounding guitar. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. There's something like that. I don't know why I'm seeing like upgrading pots and pans too. Like some of you might be switching to like stainless steel or like wooden, cast iron things. Weird specifics, I know, but I think one thing that's for certain here is the upgrades you're wanting to make in your life. These are investments. These are things that are going to last you decades. Okay, so I don't know. Really, really interesting. Thank you for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead, because there's a lot more going on than just this. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.